All right, greetings everyone. This is Bomani Tamba, and today is May 21st, 2017. Beautiful Sunday, and we're a few days away from our Ghana tour, May 24th to June 6th. So we're gonna go through all of the preparation details and just go over everything, just kind of walk through the tour just to give everyone who's traveling with us in the future a flow of how we have everything organized and ready for the journey of a lifetime to Ghana. I'll be your tour leader. I have a tour guide, Kwabna Baka, which is going to give you in details about the country while we drive around, and he's going to be there to assist us with many logistics, especially with the driver. And I have an assistant and a security, and they'll be assisting you throughout the tour. That's Righteous and Kobla. So it's we have a full staff of people, and also our welcome host Nunet when we get to Benue village in Techiman. But it's a lot of people all in the flow of everything as usual, same as what we've done over the last 10 years, to do the best and make sure that you have the greatest time in your life on the journey of a lifetime. So I'm gonna just walk through the flow of the journey. So right now, since we are literally a few days away from the journey, everyone should literally have a yellow fever card or some kind of waiver or something like that, and their passport with their Ghana visa that shows that your passport is good for at least the next 2 to 3 months or longer. Yeah. And your ticket should be clear for the date of travel for Wednesday, May 24th. And everyone should have a flight that takes them to Amsterdam, May 25th, for you to get there in the morning to leave an afternoon flight. So all of these are things that have been cleared, confirmed, and everyone, if you have not added your details for your ticket, that's what one of the main things you need to do. If you need to request any meals or anything, so I'm going over the things that you should be processing or have taken care of, like right at this very moment. For those of us that's traveling for May 24th in the next few days, and for everyone else, you really want to make sure that you have everything organized and ready to go. That way you're not scrambling at the last minute. So we're going to go through all kind of things and every single preparation, things that you might need to bring with you that you may have forgotten or may not have gotten now. That way you still have at least a few days to where you can run to your local store and pick it up so you can pack it. You want to make sure that you have as much things as you need to travel with. I mean, there's a mall right by the first hotel that we're staying at in East Legon, Accra. But at the same time, too, what you want to do, you want to use most of your time just enjoying yourself. That way you don't have to run around trying to get things. And naturally, when you go out to shop at the mall and certain places, or when you go out to the city at the craft villages, whatever you need to get, you just you can get. But as far as the things that the basic things, and we're gonna go through those things in a few. Now, so I'm looking at my my flight, and my flight shows depart Wednesday, May 24th at 5:39 from Atlanta at the international terminal. So those who are traveling to Atlanta and those who are connecting to Atlanta, we're gonna meet 4 o'clock. And I'm looking at my departure reminder list. May 24th at 4 p.m. at the Atlanta Airport, the International Terminal, and your ticket will show either departure from F or E gate. Both of those are considered an International Terminal. So you'll find that out at I guess when you check in and when you get ready to proceed to the airport. So all those things will be clear, but that's where our meetup point is. And we just introduce everyone. The majority of people are going to connect into Atlanta or be in Atlanta to meet. So that's why we have that on the list. Now, the main thing that you have to really think about, like right at this very moment, other than making sure that all of your travel documents and everything is in order and clear, is to make sure that you're clear on the baggage. You're looking at 2 50-pound check bags. And I recommend making sure your bag have wheels and can spin, because in certain airports it's a longer move around than others. So, but you want to make sure that you always have those two 50-pound bags. So the 24, 25-inch upright spinners are always ideal, because you can put another bag on top of them. And if you decide that you're going to bring another bag, it's $200 for extra bag. And if your bag is overweight, it's $100. And these are things that you'll see on the preparation departure list, or the what to pack list on the website under the Ghana tours that you're looking to travel on. And so when you get to the airport, and make sure you get there at least 2 hours ahead of time, and you're going to check your bags. Once you get your bag receipt, make sure that you put that in the same as all the other important documents, and make sure your bag receipt shows ACC for Accra, Ghana. That way, because we have another flight. We have a flight that's going to take us to Amsterdam. So you want to make sure that you want to make sure that you're not thinking of processing, is my bag going to be in Amsterdam? Your bag is going to go directly to Ghana, so it's going to stay on the flight, and it's going to be transferred from the flight, that's your inbound flight, to the outbound flight to Accra, Ghana. Yeah. So you want to make sure that's clear on the tag, right? And it's good to pre-check your weight and everything. And then your two carry-ons. I have a 20-inch upright that fits overhead, and I have a laptop backpack. So you can work those extra weight in your bag. But the key thing is, for those who are looking to bring back more things, you want to pack 2 light bags, or pack 1 bag with your clothing and equipment and things you need, and then another bag with school supplies or things that you want to get rid of. That way you have at least 1 bag available as far as space, to where you can put additional things in. And for those who that's not enough, you can pay for extra bag for $200 from when you're leaving Accra. So that's another option. And let me just go through some of the preparation things that we all need to think about. Most of us have electronics, so think about the electronics that you have, and think about your phone, your extension cord, and think about your laptop and any other devices that you use. What you want to bring is a universal adapter. That way, that adapter can plug into any socket in Ghana or anywhere in the world. And then you want to have an extension cord that has a built-in converter and recommended built-in surge protector, 110 to 240. So it's completely universal. You can operate anywhere. So if you can't just plug that directly into the wall of wherever you go, at least you have that universal adapter that will work. So all of these things are, in the travel section of any of these big mega stores that they have, Walmart, Costco's, and so on. And if you haven't already picked it up, so that's the main thing that you want to have. And then make sure you bring extra batteries. Make sure you have your chargers, and think about all those things that you don't want to run around trying to find if you don't bring it. So make sure those things are secure. It's fine to bring your laptop, your cell phone. That way you can connect to the wireless network there at the hotels. If you have a phone with a GSM chip where you can swap the chip out and use one in Ghana, then you can just you can use a Ghana phone, or you can buy a phone in Ghana. They operate off the country operate off the GSM phone. So if you buy like a AT&T unlock phone, you check with your carrier. Some phones you can't put chips in there internationally. So I use a Samsung Galaxy S5. It's like a AT&T unlock phone, and those phones, and you get to Ghana, you pay for a SIM card, which is a few dollars, about $1 or $2 US, and you buy the minutes, and you can use your phone. So those are things you want to think about, and you definitely want to bring a lot of big bills, 50s and 100s versus smaller bills. Ghana is one of those countries that you get better exchange rates for the $50 and $100 bill versus your 20s and lower. So all of those are just the basic heads up. These are all the things that's on the preparation departure list that we just processing and going through. And We talk about our layover in Amsterdam, so I'm going to go through a few things that we've talked about over the period of time. All of us get to Amsterdam May 25th, Thursday morning at about 8 o'clock. On the flight options on the attachments, this one talks about flight schedule from Atlanta to Accra via Amsterdam, and it talks about options during layover in Amsterdam. During our layover, if you plan on staying at Amsterdam Airport, enjoy your stay inside the airport until we get back. There's a small museum, a casino, a grand piano available for travelers to play, good shopping, meditation room for all religions, 2 spas, and a wide variety of bars, restaurants, and so much more. So during our layover, if you plan on leaving Amsterdam Airport to go to Amsterdam Central, follow these directions below. Depart the secure airport area and proceed to the exit passport control. Note your checked bags will be on the flight going to Ghana, so all you have to worry about is your carry-on. Once you exit, ask the airport attendant to direct you to where the lockers are. Find a locker that can hold all of your carry-on baggage along with a few other people. I recommend to do it in groups of 3 to 6. The lockers are about 10 to 20 euros based on the size. Use your credit or debit card to pay. Go back to the ground floor and proceed to the train counter. Right? If you don't have euros, you have to get them at the money exchange close to the train ticket counter. So now note that all of these things are like right by each other, but it's best if you bring, I would say, bring the equivalent to 50 to 100 US dollars in euros, and then if nothing else, you can change your euros in Ghana for Ghana cedis. So it'll work, but and you can either use the euros to pay for your train ticket, or you can use your credit debit card. And for so everybody's gonna have different situations, but I'm just going through everything, and that way, for those who don't have euros and things, we just have a process that we just get that knocked out. Well, all these things are things that we can just knock out within 30 minutes once we leave passport control. So the better everyone is prepared. For those who are looking to follow myself outside to Amsterdam Central, we're all going to probably break off in different directions based on the different things that we want to do for the 2 hours. So there's, it's a city central area, so you have access to a bunch of different things. All right. But the main thing that you want to focus on is that the flight leave at 3:25, so you really want to get back to meet everybody, looking at about at least by 1:30. So you're looking at so it's by 12 o'clock. We should get there by about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I recommend by 12 o'clock, 12:15, everybody start leaving. The train rides about 15 minutes, and the train come every 15 minutes, and it's so it's a very short ride. But it's for those who want to get out. So those are the directions I have on this paperwork here that's attached to the email. And anybody that did not get the email or see that attachment, you can always send me an email that way I can send it to you. Especially for everybody that's leaving, you want to be clear on all of these things, just like the attached preparation and departure list, all the 30 points, or all the reminders of there's many things that you may have forgotten if you're traveling. So, and then the itinerary is there for the hotel links and the clarity of what we're doing every day, which we'll do our best to just go over in the next 30 minutes. Those are some of the quick things that I want to share with everyone. So now the next step of things is we all get together at 1:30, and we all meet at Amsterdam Airport, and we connect and we meet everyone, and then at 3:25 we depart for Ghana. We get to Ghana at 8 o'clock. When we get to the airport in Ghana, you want to make sure that you have your yellow card, you have all your stuff together. You process through passport control. You take your cart and you get your bags. Make sure you have a tag for all of your bags, and you follow myself and the tour guide, and you proceed down, and we all just roll down together, and then just everybody follow the line, and we're going to take our bags right to the bus. Don't let nobody assist you. And when you get to the bus, our guys will be right there to pack the bus up. So that's a quick, flow of things. And when we get there, there is no meals or anything. It's going to be about 10 o'clock at night. We just get everybody settled in their room and get everybody to be ready for the morning. First thing we do wake up call at 6 o'clock. For those who want to do exercise, meditation, or just want to come out on their own and stretch and get some fresh air, it's good to do that. Breakfast is at 7. At 8 o'clock we depart for our city tour. So beyond that, the night when we get there, for those who are interested in stepping out, getting some fresh air with us in Accra, we have nightlife right in the neighborhood, a nice local place we go to. We just socialize. So when we're in the cities like Accra and Kumasi, usually I let everyone know a heads up that we're going out, and if anyone is interested, that's fine. We don't keep people out. We go places usually at 10 o'clock and we leave at 12 o'clock, because usually we have to be back up first thing in the morning, and and we make sure that we have people on patrol on deck to make sure everybody is safe, and you just focus on enjoying yourself, and we just make sure everybody is good. So that's the first day. That's the second day. The first day is our travel date, leaving America. The second day, Amsterdam, and we get to Ghana in the night. Third day on the schedule you see is the first day in Accra, Ghana, and everything is just based on a full sequence of those days. So the first day we're looking to do is do the full city tour. And doing the full city tour, what we have is we have T-shirts for everyone that we're going to package up, white T-shirts with the colors, and it's a Pan-African energy. We're going to Pan-African sites, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, W.E.B. Du Bois Center, George Padmore Library, going to the Art Center, and we're just going out to the city. So looking to use the T-shirts, we usually just pick one of the 3 days, either that day or the day when we go to Elmina and Cape Coast, or the day we go to Asin Manso, days based on the spirit and energy of our ancestors. So it's part of social gathering of energy. And then some people, if you need to wear the shirt another time, it's all fine. We try to get people to wear the shirts throughout the tour itself, and it's the shirt that you popularly see when you're looking at the pictures, with the Africa for the Africans logo. So when we just give everybody a reminder again that on that first day in Accra, full day city tour, we'll get everybody the T-shirts either in Atlanta, Amsterdam, or when we first get to Ghana. So we're working on all those things right now. All right, so I'm gonna stop and pause and open things up for questions. And also, if everybody can hold, Ron, can you still hear me?
Yes, can you hear me, Bomani?
Yes, hear you loud and clear. Yes, just wanted you to generally just introduce yourself to our people, especially the folks that are coming on the Ghana tour. Most of the people have never traveled to Ghana before, traveled with us before. So just share a few of your experiences traveling with us since 2014 and 2015.
Yes, greetings, family. My name is Ron Ahmed Bizzo. I've traveled with Bomani 2014, 2015 to Ghana. A little bit about myself. I'm a travel addict. I'm having an addiction of travel, which is a good thing for me. I live in Florida, California, and Senegal, West Africa. Those are my three homes. I just wanted to put a footnote in to those who travel and they have to do a lot of walking, making sure I'll just put this in there now. Make sure if you have a small backpack, or usually for the Africans, they always have backpacks, a small carry backpack. Make sure you either put on the bus a pair of good hiking or walking shoes, comfortable shoes, because you don't want to get stuck with the wrong type of shoes when you travel. Other than that, I've been traveling virtually my whole life since I was real small, and I've always had a love of traveling because of the adventure and the allure of just seeing and meeting and making connection with new things that you don't really learn in your everyday life around you. But enough about me. I'm planning on traveling my plans are to travel in November to Ghana for the Africans, and I hope to see you all there. And for you who are going next week, may be safe and focused. You'll have a great time. Okay, Bamani, ask me.
Yeah, I was hoping. Yeah, I thought you was about to say you're traveling in October with us to Ethiopia.
Yeah, I'm going to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is October. I'm planning on traveling in Ethiopia October. November, I'll be traveling to Ghana. Next week, I'll be traveling to Senegal, so I won't be able to make the May trip with the family. But yes, October Ethiopia, Africa for the Africans, and then November it'll be to Ghana.
Excellent. And one of the things we were just talking about was preparation, and you mentioned a few things, and I mentioned a few things. I'm trying to remember out of all the things you mentioned, because it's kind of like a summary. Everything is on the different lists. I'm trying to pinpoint the main things.
Right. It's on. You're right, Bomani. It's on the list, but footwear is something that's very important when you do tours. The other thing is you have on your list. You have on there about the mosquito spray or the repellent. Make sure I recommend that don't buy chemicals and put it into your body. Buy natural. I recommend Burt's, apostrophe S, bees products. They have repellent that has the sentinel in it and the flower in it. And if you decide to pack it, it goes a long way. You better use it for the next 3-4 years in the bottle because you'll never use that much. It's a beautiful oil and it smells really great. And it's all natural oils from plant life, flower life. The other one is when Bomani covered the cell phones. If you have an phone, one of the biggest carriers over in Ghana is Airtel. Airtel's at the mall near the hotel you'll be staying at there in Accra. It's easy to get that SIM card. Very simple, very inexpensive, and you can call anywhere as long as you just buy just load up the phone with the card you purchase. Is very simple. You can call anywhere around the world on them, so it's a good idea. The one other thing just to remind you about what's going on in Ghana, the U.S. dollar is strong for your shopping. It's still over, I think, 4-to-1, something like that, 4+1. So the dollar is still strong. The U.S. dollar is very strong. I yield, Bomani.
Yeah, exactly. The exchange rate is 4-to-1. It's like 4.13 to 1. So for $100 US, you're going to get 413 Ghana cedis. And definitely remember to bring the big bills, the 50s and the 100s. Better exchange rate. So if you if you bought like a 20, instead of getting 4.13, you get example 4.0. So it adds up after a while. So just a quick example. But yeah, definitely appreciate the flow of that, and that is one of the most important thing. We was in Ethiopia and we were going to these Rock Haven churches. Some of them we had to climb up, you had to climb down, you had to walk. It was unbelievable. Good thing about it, everything is on Revolutionary Camp, so I'm waiting to see the updates myself once we get to that day. But one of the things that I was messing with a few people with, and I put a camera on them and I put them on like a promo. Like, this is what you don't want to do when you're traveling a journey for a lifetime. You don't want to wear these flip-flops like you're somewhere in the tropical beach of Jamaica and you can just walk barefoot, and you can just enjoy the nice white sand. You're going to be in some rough terrain when you're going through some of these historical places that will in the mountains, and it could, it just, our feet are very sensitive and you just don't want to hit one of those hard rocks and, make you feel funny. But definitely, it's one of those things where, that's Ethiopia. But even Ghana, when we do hiking or we go to the Botanic Gardens and walking around, it's not that the terrain is not that bad. But you definitely want to make sure your feet is as comfortable as possible. So I know sometimes you want to get out there and just walk barefoot in nature. but proceed at your own risk. We just want to make sure we just give everybody know that a lot of the days are walking. Most of the tours are full days. You usually have one travel day and then a full tour day.
Right. Just carry an extra pair of shoes with you. Carry some walking shoes or some sport type shoe that you can take with you. So if you have you can change into in case, you know.
And perfect. And what I was talking about the schedule earlier on day 3, the main thing that we're looking to do there in day 3 is in the evening we're going to the Business and Investment Conference, or the Repatriation and Investment Conference. Now, it's like one of those things where you're traveling and you're tired, and you're trying to figure out when is like the time where I can take a nap. That day is probably like one of those days where, you know, if you have to take a nap, take a nap wouldn't keep you up. But the days where we're in the city, it's like they're full days and they're continuous. You will get tired after a few days, but the good thing about it, after a few days, you're going to take a nice 7-hour ride into Techimon, the Bronghafa region, so you can kind of relax, right? And the business conference, for those who are looking to live, do business, repatriate, and do certain things, that's the location you definitely want to do that at. All right, and Ron, anything you want to mention about the business investment conference? We have, I have all the updated videos on the YouTube channel, and it's a repatriation and investment. So those are all the videos from the conference. So we try to get a lot of different subjects to cover that interest of assisting with traveling, living, and doing business in Ghana. And the ultimate goal is always, repatriation, which is looking to get more people, or looking to connect with more people to make Ghana, or other parts of Africa, a future of their of their retirement, or a future of their business enterprise. So we put all the different things in place, especially for those people. For those who are not looking to do that, or their mind is not there yet, I would say still come for the business conference. It's all a part of, it's just one package and everything is included. It just gives you a different balance of the tour. And there's no lectures, we don't have nobody lecturing you for 1 to 2 hours, just talking with you about certain things. You have a lot of different people sharing a lot of different perspective, and just there to just share with all of us. So what we do is just record everything. That way we can just share with everybody else. Because a lot of times we have groups that usually that's not their mindset as far as repatriation and investment, but it's still a process that we have to share. We feel like we'd be cheating you if we didn't tell you how incredible it is that you can build a future world and live in and doing business in a country like Ghana, and the dreams of the things that you always wanted to do as a child, that you, when you grew up in America, you realize that it's like a plantation system and you're trapped. You can do these things in Africa. Traveling to Ethiopia, it just wanted me to come out of retirement as a retired aviator and just get back to business, and wanted to do it more on the ownership side, dealing with airports and just the world of aviation itself. It's Ethiopia as an incredible aviation academy, young pilots and technicians and all kind of people just making their way around the country and just doing, just building one of the greatest enterprise, which is this aviation. So, in Ghana, you'll see many things that you just maybe just open to and just may have an interest in when you get there. And the business conference is at the beginning, and then there's one at the end. So it's just there to just open your mind up while you travel around the country, and just share certain things with you that you may not, have already just thought about before you, coming to Ghana. So it's something that it might not be for everybody, but what you can also do is you can share the details, and because a lot of times we're looking to invest, or we're looking to get things mass produced and do certain things, and we always look at everywhere else but Africa. But that's like the final frontier for all savvy investors and people that are looking to this, be pioneers at investments and doing certain things in Africa. So one of the emails that's been sent out was about our repatriation village and our repatriation community, and really what that is, that's the base of what we're acquiring land in Techimon in the Bronghafa region, for where we can have a full staff 24/7 to just operate Africa for Africans, Bomani technology, and also the repatriation efforts. That way we can just have a better call center and communication center in general, to where we can communicate with those people looking to if advice or way to make a move there. So and at the same time too, it's a good investment to where you build an enterprise on your own property that you're investing in, and it's a better way to show the world of self-sufficiency. But at the same time too, it's one of those communal moves that we can all make, and look to move towards, as more and more people are looking for options of either escaping America or looking for options to living away from here. So I was at the Malcolm X Fest today, and I was running into a lot of people I've known for over 10 years, and all I remember all of us met on the base that we were talking about traveling, living, and doing business in Africa. Some were already looking to do that. Some was already doing it, and it's just incredible to see people making their moves and getting things set up to where they're looking to not. They're just looking to just use America as a place of business, and looking to build the future of their life and their world elsewhere. So Belize is one of those countries. I'm hearing about more and more people going there. So that's what the conversation was about today. And then Ethiopia and Shashamani land. I was there like a week ago, and like literally a week ago, like to this day, I was in Ethiopia and Shashamani land, and the Rastas were talking about where's the rest of the folks from the African diaspora that that the land was there in abundance for it to come and repatriate and build an incredible community. And I guess those who were there, they built what they can build, and it's incredible. It just reminded me of like Flatbush is one of those Caribbean communities that people that is famous for, and you hear a lot of from the music and energy from Jamaica, Trinidad, and so on. It's just, but you feel that same vibes there in South Ethiopia, and but I always feel that one of the issues is we don't step up our marketing. If we do take people to Africa, we don't really lay out any kind of information about repatriation and investing there. And it's just not to just like call people out that do tours, but I mean, I know it's a great business for some people, and that's all it is. But it's like we need a better energy and push to sharing all of the incredible details of how you can literally live and do business in Africa. I was in Ethiopia for literally a week. I felt like I know the whole country. I was flying around and moving around so much, just real field research, street journalist, revolutionary camp style since 2004, taking, when we first started going to Senegal and Egypt, and just realizing that, I would never feel right if I ever go to Africa and just not share things. It's more than just building a YouTube channel or building a video base, but it's like there's so many things that would benefit us as the people who live here if we were to open up our minds to doing things in Africa. And the thing of it is, a lot of times we're not sharing enough information. A lot of times we're not really just mobilizing that way. Example, I was at the Malcolm X Fest today, which I had to leave early to get on this call. I would still be there jamming, but nevertheless, we have business to take care of. But there's just a lot of brothers and sisters that I know, and the Pan-African energy is there, and I love it. But repatriation, nation building in Africa, it's like a myth, or it's like this long, far-fledged thing that people like don't even see. Even the people that read the Million Conscious Black African Pan-Africanism book and so on, but the reality of it is you're just caught into America, and people like myself, our goal is to really just put things in place to get people to open their minds to just think about that we can literally live and do business in Africa and build. So for those who are traveling and that's not their forte and everything, it's something that's a part of the energy that we have to create and keep it going, because we know that's one of the better options for our people to do versus continue just making this country rich. And like I look at different things we can talk about, like the holidays that we always talk about, how that's how I save most of my money. That's why I lower my underground bunker and just do work that we have to do.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen.
Before I talk too much, I just want to let everybody know the call is open up. I've just kind of gone through everything in this good summary that way, because itinerary is extended and we'll be here for another long time if we talk about all the things that we really need to be prepared for the itinerary. But the first day is kind of what the rest of the schedule is really based on. There's full days of tours, and there's options of things if you need options, or if things are going too fast and it's too much to do and you want to slow down, or you need some extra time, or one morning you just can't make it out, even as important whatever site is. We do understand. This is not a dictatorship situation where you just gotta get up early in the morning and you gotta do all of these things. It's what it is. we understand that I have a different type of energy. I want to see everything in Africa from morning to night, and the schedule is built that way because different people do different things. So we always make sure that we have a good amount of nightlife. Wherever we're in the middle of nowhere or middle of somewhere where we can't do nightlife, we have cards, dominoes, and things like that. Now the goal is to provide this operation from 6 in the morning to 12 at night, to where you have something to do the whole time, and then from there, from 12 to 6 in the morning, you should be trying to get some rest. So beyond that, that's what the tour is filled of, and our departure time is almost the same every day. Be ready by 8 o'clock to leave. Any other day where we just need to leave early or something like that, we'll just communicate. And while we're on the bus, we'll definitely just tell you the schedule for the next day or two, and then we'll refer everything based on the schedule that you have in your hand. And we just pull the mic open, turn the mic on, and just get everybody attention. And when we just say our goal, you just respond amazed that you acknowledge that we're about to say certain things important and you are listening, that we got your attention. That way we don't have to keep repeating ourselves, which is not something we just usually do. We just try to just go through things to just get everybody prepared. That way we can focus more on everybody just enjoying themselves. If we got to keep repeating ourselves and keep on doing certain things, it just slows certain things and take away certain time. So that's why everything for the tour is just so everything is always, as soon as before you even committed to the tour, all the details are right there in front of you. Because just traveling to Ghana all the years, I realized the most important thing is for you to just enjoy yourself and do all the things you want to do, and make sure things are cleared out of the way as much as possible. So for those who plan on literally using your debit card or credit card, make sure that you call your bank and tell your bank that you're traveling within the travel date, the country. That way, when you do decide to use your card, you don't have to run into an issue where you might use it once and the next time you use it again, it's jammed up. You got to call the 800 number or the international number on the back. So that way, but if you have to, it's what it is. You can just use one of our phones, put some minutes on it, and call. But all of these things that we're talking about, literally these things based on our experience. When we first started in 2006, we didn't have any of this information. We just basically built this from the ground up. So it's just based on our experience of traveling to Ghana and sharing with you all the things that you need to get yourself organized and get yourself cleared with. So I'm just looking at this list full of information on the preparation departure list, and you can just print it out and take your time and go through everything. And other thing, once we meet up at JFK, all the tours that we do, we collect a $50 tip that goes towards all of the logistic operation, making sure the tour guide, the driver, the people helping with the bags, and so on, the entertainment, everything is taken care of. So you'll see that on the preparation departure list, it's always on there, and it's also on the general terms about tips. So that is the amount. We collect that at the airport, Atlanta, Amsterdam, or in Ghana. Just have a $50 bill ready, and we just use it, and then we exchange it. Then that's the money we use for the whole trip for tipping. And then just tip your favorite person that's helping you and everything individually, or when you go to the sites, the guides and everything. That's part of the tips that we use, and it does save time from our assistants having to go around and bother everybody for tips every time we do bags or do certain things. So everything with us is about logistics, straight up like a military operation. We get everything organized, set, plan, strategize, execute, move forward. It may seem like a lot of moving and a lot of doing certain things, but it's just designed to give you the best feel of Ghana. For me, my favorite country in the entire world. I've been to 33 countries, and Ghana is, the country I see myself living, building our business enterprise, and doing many wonderful things. And I would love to just connect with other people that have that mindset and that energy. So before I say anything else, Ron, you have any things you want to share with everyone before we open it up for questions?
Yeah, I just have one more minute, if I may take it from our family. This pertains to something you covered earlier that had to do with the yellow fever vaccination. For a family out there who hasn't have gotten the yellow fever, you can go to Passport Health. Okay, PassportHealthUSA.com, and you just click on your state, and you'll find different clinics that carry that yellow fever, and they'll give you a yellow fever card, and it's good for 10 years. Those who take that route, if you go with the yellow fever. But it's a must to travel to Ghana. So it's just passport, visa, a yellow fever card. So unless you have a doctor's letter saying that, whatever, that you cannot take the yellow fever vaccination. But that's what I would do. I would go to passporthealthusa.com, or you can go to a clinic in the area that carries a yellow fever. They'll just write out the card for you, and it's a piece of cake. That'll be it, Bomani.
Perfect, Ron. Appreciate it. And family, Amicus and the other folks at the schools asked me, for those who are looking to make financial donations, just bring the financial donations, and we'll collect them at the different schools. We have 4 different schools in 4 different regions. So every 2 to 3 days, we're going to a different school / orphanage, and children are from 13 and under that we have. And the goal is, you have one school that's looking to expand and do more maintenance. You have one school that have a lot of school supplies, and they're looking more for financial contributions. So just sharing that for those who are interested in participating in, making any kind of donations. And the same thing for any kind of sponsorship. You can make a donation towards that, and that will go towards children being sponsored. So we do have a link on the website. And that's collecting school supplies for children of Ghana, and you can click on that, and you'll see the schools, you'll see the highlights over the years, and a list of the supplies. So, and it's completely voluntarily, basically from your heart. So what I want to do is open up the lines. Anybody have any questions before we close in the next 10 to 15 minutes?
Hello, am I being heard? This is Anne-Marie.
Greetings, Anne-Marie. This is Bomani Taemba. How are you? And Keisha.
Oh, my goodness. I was running around getting ready and forgot the early part of the call.
All right, greetings, Amicus. Everybody, hold your questions unless you have a question for Amicus. Amicus, can you introduce yourself to everyone and let everybody know about the wonderful One Africa Resort, where all the stars go? Yeah, go ahead, Amicus. Everyone, I'm going to mute you. Amicus is going to speak and introduce herself and talk about the One Africa Resort, which is the best at the end of the trip.
Yeah, that's why I love Bomani. Good advertisement. He saved the best for last. So I'm beginning to believe that. My name is Amicus Njenga Okofu Ababio, and I will be your hostess, Madame, at the end of the trip. We have a health resort, and I'm sure Bomani has probably told you. A couple of things I need you to do. You should bring some candles, those tea light candles. Everyone should bring some tea light candles. And also make sure that you bring your whites, because we have a special ceremony that we do in the castle dungeons. And so you need to bring some of those along with you. Also, you'll just have to forgive me tonight. I'm just really, really tired. If anybody has any questions, ask me. Right now, I'm just kind of someplace else. So if you have any questions, I heard Ron. I thought Ron was coming this time, but next time. But you're going to have a great time. Let me say that. You're going to have a really wonderful time. It is definitely a trip of a lifetime. It will be a life-changing experience. I've seen thousands of people to come through One Africa, not only through Bomani. We've been working together for the past 10 years, but just in general. And people that come through those gates say that they have definitely not been the same person again after they leave. And I'm going to encourage you. My job is to help people to escape from America. I don't help Ghanaians to go to America. I help people to escape from America. That's my job. That's what the ancestors had put on my shoulders 30 years ago, and that's what I do. So, and I'm real proud of you, Bomani. You know, after all these years, you're now settling and setting up a village, setting up a town. I think that's absolutely wonderful.
Yes, absolutely. There's a new sheriff in town.
We have new sheriff in town, and you have to know that the African diaspora community in Ghana is growing by leaps and bounds. And this is the place to be. If anybody ever saw that jive movie, 2012,
Yeah, 2012.
remember they built them ships and they were on their way, and you notice there was only 2 black people on there, okay? And when they asked the white boy, well, where are we going? They didn't even let the Chinese on there, and the Chinese helped build the daggone boat. They said, well, where are we going? And he said, pointing, Africa. So white folks are getting over here. Y'all better hurry up.
Right.
So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay.
Greetings, Belmonte. This is Barbara from St. Louis.
Hey, greetings, Barbara. You got your visa? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Excited. My question is, what about the seating on Amsterdam?
The seating in Amsterdam, once you check in, you'll get your seat.
Oh, okay. Because I went back on there to see if we were seated, and I didn't see it.
They're doing one of those evil, wicked things that, these devils, wicked people do. What they're doing is they're selling priority. So if you go on, once you log on to KLM website and you log in to your booking, when you go, they're basically offering you priority for anyone who bought a ticket to basically get a seat before anybody else. So after they have scammed a lot of people to basically pay for priority seating, like for $20, $30, then the rest of us will get whatever seats are remaining. It's not what Delta do, but KLM does that. But that's their connection set up. So I guess it's perfectly legal because no one has fined them yet for doing that. So basically, all of us have to just wait to get our tickets, get our seats as they issue it when we get on that same day. So that's unfortunate. But other than that, if you want to pay for priority seating, especially for those who want upgrades and economy comfort, you can go ahead and proceed and pay for the charges.
No, I don't want to pay for the charges.
Yeah, me either. Me either. I'm tired of making white folks rich.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, for real. So I'm saying my changes to spend a little something in Ghana.
Keep that $30 so that you can buy something in Ghana.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend on treating my crew to partying at One Africa.
Oh, yeah. Let me say this. Since folks are going to be shopping, I'm sure folks are going to be shopping, and you only allow 2 bags, and that's at 50 pounds each. So some of the things that you pack should be things that you want to leave behind, so that when you shop, you'll kind of even out your weight at 50 pounds instead of taking back all that stuff that you are not going to need back to America. You can leave it in Ghana, and that'll give you space that you won't have to pay for extra weight on your baggage.
Excellent, Amicus. Appreciate you sharing all the tricks of the trade and everything. And we are ready for drum and dancing, nightlife, networking, going to the Canopy Walk, and all the wonderful things in the Central region.
Yes.
And also for those who are looking to, so also the folks request me to tell you to start the bar, and they're ready to enjoy their getaway of a lifetime.
Well, this is it. This is the journey of a lifetime. It's not a tour; it's a pilgrimage more than anything.
Let me ask you, Ron, how was your 2 time at One Africa? Did you enjoy your chalets? And you get away?
Hey, Sister Amicus, how you doing, Sister Amicus? Greetings to you.
Hey, I'm fine, Ron. I've been thinking about what you said, and I can tell you when I see you, or we'll talk later, and I can tell you what you can bring me.
Okay, I can't wait to see you again and be in the midst of your wonderful, beautiful spirit, a beautiful living soul. My experience at One Africa is something that I just really can't wait to get back there. That's paradise.
Can't wait to see you again, Ron. Cool.
Excellent. I appreciate your energy. Amicus, let me open up everything for questions. Anybody have any questions for Amicus? Go ahead and unmute yourself. As a matter of fact, I got to list a few people. Go ahead, Pamela, let me unmute you. You're unmuted. Go ahead with your question.
Yes. I'm from Atlanta, and this is Friday. And I just wanted to ask this. I'm trying to decide how much clothing to pack. Like, what is the turnaround on tailors to get clothing made? Because I may bring less and rely on clothing that's to be made.
Well, I think that, you can have clothing made. The thing is that you may not have it made in time to be able to wear it while you're there. For example, if you want to use our tailor seamstress while you're at One Africa, you're going to be here 3 days. Now, she can get it ready for you. And how many more days do they have after they leave One Africa?
We have 2 more days. We leave One Africa June 4th, and then we leave the country June 6th.
Okay, so then you might have a couple of days to be able to wear what you've had made. But just in case, I mean, there are things that you can buy already made. You can, or there are things that you want to have made. And what you do is if you have any pictures of something special or anything, bring that with you, because our seamstresses over here are really dynamite. The sister that I use has been sewing for me for the past 30 years. She is bad. You show her a picture, she'll make it happen.
Okay, I was just wondering, so I can make a determination on what and how much I want to, and clothing I want to bring.
Well, the thing is that whatever it is that you bring, I mean, fine, lightweight clothing, things that you're going to wear, but also things that you can leave behind, like I said, which would make room in your suitcase. Because you're going to be shopping.
Okay, and tea lights. How many do we need to bring per person?
How many what?
Tea lights do we need to bring per person?
Oh, just bring a pack, 1 or 2 packs. Okay.
The more the merrier.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, sister.
Side.
All right. Colleen, I just unmuted you.
Okay. Yeah, I had a question with the travel extension cord. Like on my phone and camera, I usually plug it into the international adapter and then plug it into the wall. Like, why would I need an extension cord?
Yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. Example, myself, I have a bunch of gadgets. So usually I have 2 universal extension cord, and I have at least 2 universal adapters. Because I've been to, I moved, like I just came from Ethiopia, and it was like, it's like the same as Ghana, but depends on where you go. So for people like myself, that's a good investment for you travel and move around. But for those who already have it figured out, and you know what you're gonna do, you can make it more. If you only have like a phone to plug in and nothing else, you don't have a laptop, you don't have cameras, camcorders, and this device, that device, then that's fine. It's just recommendation based on your needs and letting people know the different things to bring. Just like that way you're prepared.
Okay, and then I have.
Don't forget to
Ron.
Go ahead, Ron.
Where can I purchase the Burt bees?
Yes, Ron. Burt bees.
Yeah, Burt bees?
Yeah, where can you get them?
Okay, you could go for those who are traveling in November, they can go online to burtbees.com. People who are leaving Wednesday wouldn't have enough time to probably get the product, but you can check with your local. I'm sorry, not pharmacy. Sometimes your pharmacy will carry the repellent. The other way to go about it is go to Kids R Us, the Toys R Us store, and in the kids store they carry the product sometimes.
Okay.
You can check online or call up your local store.
Yeah,
to get that product.
Walmart.
Because the burtbees.com, they run out of the product quite a bit. But just check the internet. You'll be able to find a Burt's Bees repellent.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's safe for small children also.
And citronella oil.
Right. That's what's in Burt Bees. The citronella's in there.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And that's what we're also saying. These are recommendations. We're not telling anybody to buy all the things on the list of this paper, but things like compact umbrella and compact waterproof poncho. Those are good ideas. And just keep them with you ready in case it starts raining.
It's been raining.
It's been raining, but I'm coming. I'm praying to the weather gods for them to keep the rain, hold the rain until I come in and make it start raining again when I leave.
Well, the rain. This is the rainy season, so it rains a little while, and then it'll stop. The sun will be out, and it's also very hot. It is very hot.
Nice and hot. Well,
okay, I'm nice and hot.
May Ghana come.
Well, listen, it's not America KKK, and you will not want to leave here when you get here. Trust me.
Amen.
So, I need to ask you all a favor. I need to have some Canon. I know you told me, Bomani, but if anybody can bring me some 240 XL black Canon ink, and I will pay you for it when you arrive.
Yes, because repeat it. 240 XL. I got to go back to Walmart.
240 XL black.
It's one pack?
Canon.
2-pack?
2-pack, 3-pack. I just looked at my last bottle of ink. I'll pay you when you get on the ground.
I'll bring one pack.
Okay.
And my sister, my offer still stands. I come in November. I got you covered.
Oh no, I got something else for you.
Okay.
You can bring me some of that too. But you call me and I'll tell you what my wish is.
Okay, sister, no problem.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent. Let me make sure I get some questions there. I have another person on the line open. Keisha, your line is open. You have a question?
Oh, greetings. Hi, Brother Bomani and everyone.
Hi.
I wanted to just clarify. Hi. I wish I was coming with you all this week, but November. I'm like, I wish I could do both. My mentor was just there at One Africa, Yeye Fidi, so she's been telling me, you gotta go to One Africa.
Oh yeah,
so
Yeye Fidi's looking for a house over here. She's ready.
Oh yeah, I know. Her and I spoke. Believe me, I'm coming with her next after this trip. But she's like, you gotta go to One Africa. Tell the sister that I love her. I was like, yay. So that's my mentor, my godmother. But so I'm excited. But I wanted to know, Brother Bomani, the $50, the charge for the tips. Did you say it was $50 or $150? I couldn't hear. The phone was muffled.
$50.
It's $50 per person. And then how about our clothing as far as washing? Are we able to wash clothes, or should we just bring clothing for each day?
You can do a combination of both. When you first get to a hotel, the best thing to do is put in your order for laundry. That way they can have it ready for you tomorrow, the next day. Because the longest we're staying at any place is 2 days.
Okay.
I mean, the shortest
they have
the longest 3 days. So you want to get that in right away.
Okay.
Thank you. We have laundry service.
And because bring the business to me. Come on with it. Yeah, so, you know, what you might want to do is wait to get to One Africa, just drop your clothes off, and then you'll be good for the rest of the trip.
Right.
Right, because you got one of the superpower machine, right? Hand wash.
Hand wash. I just heard her say something about can she wash? Are you coming to wash, girl?
Right, this is still old school way, right? The hand wash clothes, right?
Yes,
do you have a super washing machine?
No, my washing machine is a king size flower pot. Nobody wants to use it. They say the washing machine uses too much water, so they wash by hand.
I like that idea.
It's called being in survival mode.
Yeah, get ready to move operation to the middle of the jungle. Water. You have to conserve water. So I like them. I like that energy already. Conserve water. Use it like 3 or 5 times.
Water. But let me make you laugh. I bought this really great washing machine for my staff, and they wash it the first wash, then they pour that water off, then they rinse it, and they take the rinse water and save the rinse water to wash the second load. And after a week of that, they were like, forget this. This uses too much water. So my washing machine has become a king-size flower pot.
You can put something on top of it, yeah. Yeah, wow. That's incredible. That's Ghana right there. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm going to make me a washing machine. Yeah. So perfect. So Keisha, anything else you'd like to share with us? And
no, thank you. That was good.
Absolutely appreciate you, sister. All right, next question.
I have a question. This is Aluba.
Greetings, sister.
I am interested in the November tour for just Ghana. And when we spoke about that, you sent me the email yesterday.
Excellent.
And I wanted to find out, is that still a 2-week tour if we're just doing Ghana?
Ghana is November 17th to the 26th. And then you're going to be leaving from beautiful One Africa Resort and heading back to the airport on a different transportation while we sneak out in the morning and head to Togo and Benin. So we leave so that tour is from the 26th to December 1st. So it's all in conjunction.
Okay, so if we're just doing Ghana, do we still get the 2 weeks in Ghana?
You're leaving November 26th.
Okay.
That's I would say so. That's end up being like a 9-day tour, and then Togo and Benin is another 5.5 days. So once you'll be heading back to the ticket will show departure on the 26th. If you like to stay longer, that's up to you. You can just stay longer and pay for your accommodations and let us know ahead of time so we can change your ticket and you can stay in Ghana as long as you want.
You can hang out in One Africa.
Yeah, exactly. And Amicus will do a month stay, a week stay, a 2-week stay. Yeah, we're open for business. So,
okay,
if that's not what you're looking for, just let me know. But those are the flexibility, but that's the schedule and the price that we have set.
Okay. All right. So if I wanted to do the actual 2 weeks, then I would just adjust my tour price, correct?
Yes. The Ghana only is 3,000, and the Ghana Togo Benin is 3,800. And this is full tour except for one thing not included is your tips and your lunch.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to just stay the whole 2 weeks in Ghana, would I be able to get an adjusted price for that?
I mean, it's the same price. You're just responsible for your accommodation. We won't be there. We're going to be sailing, cruising, driving through Togo and Benin. So you can make arrangements with Amicus, or when you get there, whoever you meat from one of our crew members that's there living, in Ghana, and you want to stay with them. It's just once the price is set for once you get to that date, reservations is finished, and you can just do your own thing. But what we do is, when you send your request and pay deposit, I check with Delta as far as if there's any price difference and you want to stay longer. And if it's not, then we're not going to charge anything different. You just are responsible to just do what you need to do. So just
Now, would I still be able to leave on December 1st, even though the accommodations are in at the 26th? But can I extend the flight to leave when everybody else leaves on December 1st?
That's absolutely fine. You just have to, when you make a deposit, just send it in writing, and you're already telling me when we'll just close that out. But yeah, we just go by the tour dates. Anything beyond that, the simplest thing for us to do is to change the ticket to whatever date you want to return, and if there's any additional charge, Delta will let us know, and then we just let you know, and then we just add that towards it. Other than that, it's kind of extended 3 days, and you're just paying for everything on your own.
Okay, great.
So if you even want to stay for another month, it's all good. Stay there forever. It's all good.
You want to stay forever, trust me.
You want to come back to this place?
Especially since you all got number 45.
I've thought about it many times, but I'm working on getting my things closed. I've thought about it many times, like, should I just not go back? But we have to schedule the tours and things. But yeah, it's something that I'm happy more and more people thinking about. So the line is still open up, family. We have another 5 minutes before we have to close, and Amicus is enjoying the conversation, so she wants more questions.
I have a question.
All right, cool. Give your name and where you're calling from.
This is Mayola Ottawa. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Greetings, my sister. Yes.
Hey, Bomani, how are you?
A few days away from the journey of a lifetime. I couldn't get out of here any faster.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm chomping at the bits. However, I have a question for Amicus. You said that you needed 240 XL black ink. Am I correct?
Yeah, printer's ink. Yes, the Canon.
Printer's ink?
Yeah, I have a Canon printer.
Oh, okay, excellent. Now I know.
Yeah.
Okay, and Bomani, I have a question for you.
Sure, guys, sister.
Okay, you mentioned Amicus mentioned something about you having starting like a village in Ghana, and my grandson next year he's going to be graduating from the University of Denver, Colorado in aviation engineering. So what I want to know is if I invest in your project, would I be able to include him or make him a beneficiary of what I invest in?
Absolutely. Once you build, and as a matter of fact, Amicus, I'm looking to move forward on the property in Techiman, and I'm looking to also just open it up to where we can, the initial people that want to be a part of the initial community with our business operations, we're just offering certain deals. But Mayola want to know if she can pass it along to our son, our family member.
My grandson.
Sure.
Our grandson.
Yes, any property that you lease is transferable to your heirs, so you can identify whomever. But it's definitely transferable to your heirs.
Excellent. And one more question. Someone told me that a good mosquito repellent is Avon Skin So Soft.
Child, let me tell you one thing. Avon Skin So Soft, these are African mosquitoes. They don't know nothing about Skin So Soft. That's dessert. What you can do, now I use citronella oil. And what I do is that I cut my citronella oil with a little Skin So Soft.
Okay.
Because there's not enough citronella in Skin So Soft to really repel African mosquitoes. Trust me.
Okay.
So you can get citronella oil. Brother Ron made a few recommendations. If for some reason folks don't have it, we sell pure citronella oil here.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
And what I'll do is I'm going to try to get up to the session in Accra, and I'll bring some with me in case folks are interested.
Okay, and can we barter the oil for the ink?
Pardon?
Can we barter the oil for the ink?
Listen, that's what we do. We barter.
I didn't hear you.
She said, I was said yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying yes. We can barter.
Okay. How much ink do you need? How many cartridges?
Well, if you can bring me a couple of packs, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, got it.
And then all we don't barter, just bring the receipt, and I'll pay you for it when you get here.
Okay. Now you say you have a Canon printer.
Yeah, I have a Canon printer. So it's a Canon 240XL.
Okay.
Black.
Okay, gotcha.
Because sometimes they have the pack, which has black and color. So I'll take a couple.
Okay. Now, one more question. One conference call I listened to mentioned that to bring like gold pieces, like of broken gold and stuff, that there's a gold smelt that can make jewelry for you.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I was saying last time, is that if you have odd earrings, broken chains, things like that, it can be melted down and made into something else. Now, I don't know exactly how much the person charges, but we did it with a group that we had here previously. The lady brought silver, and the brother melted it down and made some fabulous jewelry for them.
Awesome. Okay. All right, so I'll do that. I'll keep that in mind. So other than that, thank you, Bomani. I think I'm right on course. And I am so excited. I'm chopping at the bits.
Cool. So look forward to seeing you at the Atlanta International Terminal.
Yes, Bomani, I got a question for you. Sure. Now, for Delta Air Miles, can I sign up for that online? I mean, on the airline, or do I need to do it before I get on the plane?
Yeah, it's best to do it before, and then once you have your Sky Miles number, you log into your flights and you add it to your flight, and it will process.
Now, for the euros that we're going to need in Amsterdam, is it you think it's advantageous to buy them here from TravelX, or wait till I get to the airport?
Yeah, the sooner the better. Buy them from your bank if you can.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm good.
Yeah. So those are the three options: buy from the bank, your airport that you're departing from, or you can do it in Amsterdam.
Okay. All right.
And the good thing with if you have any extra euros, you can always cash those euros into CDs when you get to Ghana.
Awesome.
Perfect. Appreciate you, my sister. And
yes, my brother.
All right, everyone. We're gonna close out. Anyone have any more questions before we close out? We have approximately 2-3 more minutes before we have to close.
Yes, I have a question. This is Friday in Atlanta. Are we paying all of our cash in euros? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that if you have euros, if you have any euros left over, You can also cash them in Ghana for CD.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I understand now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you much.
Perfect.
And euros gets a better rate of exchange than dollars.
Okay, I see.
So, Marty, I have another question.
Sure, go ahead.
As far as visas are concerned for the November tour, is it best to send the application out for both me and my husband at the same time, or does it matter?
Yes, you can
send
it
them at the same time.
You can send it at the same time. Just make sure that you, everyone that's traveling for November, we're going to Ghana, Togo, Benin, so you're going in and out of Ghana, so you naturally need a multiple entry.
Right.
So, and then if you don't have a flight itinerary, just send me an email saying that you need a flight itinerary, I'll get you one. We have tickets booked for November, and we just got to add all the new people, but we can always get you a flight itinerary right away. But it's best to start processing your visa like now, and start recommending that people process the visa the latest 3 months. That way, few people have to send their passport back based on different situations, but the best thing to do with the visa email, everyone, is to print out all the visa email, follow all the directions, write down questions, and for us to go through it. So the last 2 years, for some reason, over the last 2 years, we have more visa issues than anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
Everybody is having visa issues these days, so it's important to start early. Yeah.
They have crazy people working at the embassy now. I thought it was like a strict
Seems
military.
so, because I just had a few people that were coming in this week but couldn't make it because something happened with their visas.
Wow.
They didn't get them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And there has to be a fix to this, because I got an email Friday of someone that still doesn't have a visa, and the only thing I can really tell them is that, like, you literally have to go to DC and tell them that, hey, I sent my package in, I need my stuff, I'm leaving in a few days. So we only have one person with that issue, unfortunately, and I'm hoping that she's able to make it to DC and back. I know that's like extra cost. But
yeah, because she's going to have to sit there and wait for it.
Yeah, and it's there, but they haven't sent it back. So it seems like they're having some kind of delay, and that's why I'm always telling everyone that you really have to send your passport out to get the visa way ahead of time. But it's like we got people like literally sending their passport out for visas like the last 4 weeks of our travel. So we had a few people that was delayed that just got visas like recently, but it's like we can't stop anything. The tour is a go. Like they say, the show must go on. So I've told a few people that if it doesn't work out, even if you have to get there a day or two later, we'll work it out. But that's why I always stress before I even accept any payment. This is the visa information. Be clear on this. You got to start getting this going, right? So ASAP. So everyone that's listening for future tours, just make sure that you just get a multiple entry ahead of time, within at least 3 to 6 months before you leave. And that visa is good for anywhere from 1 to 5 years. So. That's the best we can really share with you, and we'll do our best to share with the folks in Ghana about the embassy needing improvement, like probably most embassies. But nevertheless, let me check to see if anybody else have any questions before we close out. All right, Ron, you have anything to share with everyone that's traveling before we close out? Any recommendations or anything that you want to give anybody a heads up on?
I just want to tell everyone to have a nice and safe journey, and keep your eyes open. Don't make sure you enjoy One Africa, which you probably won't want. I don't like leaving One Africa. And,
I generally have to put people out.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't want to leave One Africa. You're gonna feel at home when you go to One Africa. You're gonna feel at home when you get to the motherland. You're gonna feel at home, but when you get to One Africa, you think you're in your mother's or your grandmama's house. So it's very, very nice. I love it. But have a nice trip, all my family who's traveling Wednesday, and take care.
All right, well, appreciate you, brother Imicus. Anything you'd like to share with everyone before?
Yeah, you should make sure that you bring enough batteries, because batteries here are expensive, and if you have special kinds of batteries like lithium that you need for your cameras and your videos, make sure you bring enough with you, okay? Because especially lithium, they're hard to come by, and when you can find them, they're expensive.
Absolutely, everyone. So that's so you can scramble for the last set of things. Everything was on that email that I sent to everyone for the conference call that has all of your vital information. And if you have any questions or any problems, you can call me ahead of time. I note that we will be traveling, so once we get to Amsterdam, I'll do my best to turn on and connect to a Wi-Fi network. So if you're coming from a different state or somewhere else, and you're not like traveling with us from Atlanta to Amsterdam, and you want to come meet up and hang out with us in Amsterdam, definitely just communicate with me a few days before we leave, or at least the night before we leave. That way we can work out a game plan. But the game plan really is, I'll have my phone turned on so you can send me a message through WhatsApp, and we can communicate. And I can say, hey, I'm right over here. You can meet me. But once we get off that flight, we are proceeding to passport control. And I'm going to get me some fresh air so I can meditate for Higher Nation.
Okay, folks, I'm gonna jump off, and I'll see everyone when you get to Ghana.
Absolutely,
have a safe journey.
And we'll see you in June. And I'm unmute everybody else.
Oh no, my trip was canceled. I was supposed to leave for Nigeria in the morning, but we got a call that the president of Nigeria has died.
Oh.
So we were on our way. We had been special guests of government, and they notified us that the president had died, so my trip has been canceled. So I'll probably see you all one day this week.
All right, perfect. Yeah, if you're in Accra, come hang out with us at Shea Africa, one of them Miracle Balls party or something like that. We're going to be up all night like we're on speed.
I think you're in. You'll be at the investment conference. So orientation is what, the 26th?
Yeah, orientation is the 25th when we get in the nighttime. Quick orientation, but yeah, absolutely. First thing in the morning on the 26th, which we're gonna have a full day city tour and business conference and nightlife. So hopefully everybody is resting and drinking a lot of water. And this, and remember, if you can't hang, it's all good. Don't force yourself. Just get some rest.
Okay. So I'll see you on the 26th that evening.
That's perfect. All right, family, take care, everyone. We'll see you soon. And for those who are not going to be on the journey of a lifetime, check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the page, and you get all of the video highlights. That's what we look forward to doing, uploading and sharing with you the entire journey. And remember, certain parts of the journey we can't record, so you got to think about us just being somewhere in nightlife, just having a good time, socializing, and enjoying the fresh air. And if you're on Facebook, you can just add yourself to one of the group pages, and we just keep updates on those pages as far as videos and pictures. All right, so family, take care. Good night.